Please be advised. This channel and these test questions are for informational purposes only and do not constitute legal advice. Always refer to the current law, statute, or regulation directly to ensure the information is accurate and up to date. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Question 51. What is the maximum interested party contribution allowed for conforming loans used to purchase an investment property? The correct answer is the maximum IPC for an investment property using a conventional conforming loan is 2% of the sales price. Question 52. Which of the following is the definition of a mortgage broker as defined by the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act? The correct answer is RESPA defines a mortgage broker as the intermediary between the borrower and lender, even if the loan is closed in the name of the mortgage brokerage firm and then immediately transferred to the lender. This is known as a table-funded transaction. Question 53. Which of the following loans does Regulation X apply to? The correct answer is RESPA does not apply to business purpose loans that are for business, commercial, or agricultural purposes, temporary financing, vacant land, assumptions without lender approval, loan conversions, or secondary market transactions. Question 54. How much should the lender collect upfront as a one-time fee at closing for the mortgage insurance premium for an FHA mortgage? The correct answer is the upfront mortgage insurance premium for FHA is 175 basis points or 1.75% of the loan amount. Question 55. Which of the following is considered overt evidence of disparate treatment? The correct answer is the courts recognize three methods of proof of lending discrimination under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act and the Fair Housing Act. Overt evidence of disparate treatment, comparative evidence of disparate treatment, and evidence of disparate impact. A is an example of overt, which is obvious and open discrimination. B is an example of disparate impact, which is the policy or practice is having a discriminatory impact, despite applying the policy or practice equally for all applicants. C is an example of comparative, which relies on how a person is treated, compared to another person who is similarly situated. The key word with comparative is compare. D is a legal and permissible circumstance where a loan can be denied. Question 56. A creditor is required to notify the applicant of action taken within after receiving an application. The correct answer is the Equal Credit Opportunity Act requires the creditor to make a decision and notify the applicant of action taken within 30 days. Remember, an application under ECOA is creditor defined for the type of credit requested and will be different for each type. For example, an application for a credit card will be different than for an auto loan. An application for a personal loan will be different than an application for a mortgage. Requiring a decision within 30 days prevents a creditor from passively discriminating by not actively deciding to approve the application, deny the application, issue a counteroffer, or issue a notice of incompleteness. Question 57. The Truth in Lending Act applies to which of the following? The correct answer is generally, TILA applies to consumer credit transactions except business, commercial, or agricultural credit. Credit over an applicable threshold that is not secured by real property or a principal dwelling or a private education loan. Extensions of credit involving public utility services. Transactions in securities or commodities accounts. Home fuel budget plans. Student loan programs made, insured, or guaranteed by the government. And extensions of credit to a participant from an employer-sponsored retirement plan or from an eligible governmental deferred compensation plan. Question 58. Advising applicants to choose a loan that is not in their best interest so the loan originator can make more money is an example of. The correct answer is steering applicants to pick a loan that is not in their best interest to make more money is prohibited by the Truth in Lending Act, Loan Originator Compensation Rule. Question 59. Which loan program has an upfront and an annual guarantee fee? The correct answer is USDA has an upfront guarantee fee and an annual guarantee fee. Note, a VA guaranteed loan has a one-time fee, paid at closing, but it is called a VA funding fee, and there is no annual fee. Question 60. Which law requires the source of funds for closing costs and/or a down payment is verified? The correct answer is the Bank Secrecy Act requires financial institutions to assist U.S. government agencies to detect and prevent money laundering. If the funds used for closing costs and/or the down payment is from an unknown source, then it is unknown if the financial institution is being used to facilitate money laundering and/or to finance terrorist activities. BSA requires verifying the source of funds for closing.